Time for the ritual of determining who will go up against or how Vetland Senior Grammar School Agege Lagos will debate in their round of 16. So would like one of the ladies to step forward towards Auntie Yvonne here.
Principal Vaughn.
Oh, Principal Vaughn.
Thank you, Femi.
Yeah.
Pick one. Now tell us how you will debate, okay? Don't tell us the topic, just tell us what side you will argue. Use that mic, please.
I'm supporting.
You will support the motion, okay? Then see you next week.
Thank you, Headmistress Vaughn.
Femi, it's Principal Vaughn.
Okay, sorry. By the way, whoever wins this next debate will go up against Vetland Senior Grammar School, and the winner of this debate will be opposing the motion on that occasion.
That's right. The motion for this hour is this is going to be interesting, Femi.
No doubt. No doubt.
Nigeria remains the giant of Africa. One side will say for where? I beg. The other side will say even though Nigeria is still the giant of Africa, even though. We're going to find out who says I beg and who says even though.
Let's start by finding out who the contending schools are.
That's
Let's
right.
start by introducing first. From Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos. Welcome the duo of Fauziat Ogungbefun and Nuria Okpawu. I suspect I may have murdered one of those names, but you would help me. Is it Okpawu? Okpawoyi. Okpawuyi.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to strangle. Who would I strangle, Yvonne? Is it Sheriff?
It's the person, we will strangle the person who brought the details to us.
Okay, Okpawuyi. So it stops at Wu. There is no YI
Exactly.
in the name.
So someone took it off. Let's blame that on you.
Somebody wanted to be economical with
On
your
your-
name. So it's Okpawuyi. And so Nuria, welcome. And you, Fauzia,
Yes, Fauzia.
and the surname is Ogungbefun. Okay. Okpawuyi, welcome. Fauziyat is 17, she's in SS3. Nuria is 16, she's also in SS3. And both of them are supported by Yusuf Aisha, who's also 16, but in SS2. Welcome, Fauziyat,
Thank you, sir.
and welcome, Nuria.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Their opponents. From Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifako Gbagada, Lagos. Say welcome to the duo of Oluwajomiloju Femi Okpadere and Ajibode Oluwasemilore.
Look at that, Femi. We have another Jomiloju after the first one.
Yeah.
Lovely.
How are you doing?
So fine. We're doing well.
Jomiloju. And you, Semilore.
I'm fine. sir.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, we know the contending schools now. We will quickly determine who is supporting the motion and who is debating. Before that, well, Semilore is in year 11. She's 16. But that's Oluwajomiloju. Oluwajomiloju is in year 11 and is 16. Oluwasemilore is 14 and in year 10. They are supported by Otemu Yuwa Toluanimi, and that is a young lad, young lad, 13 years of age in year 9. Welcome to you, the students of Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifako Gbagada, Lagos, and welcome to you, students of Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos.
you.
We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Like, comment, and of course, share the live streams. We'll be reading your comments as this debate progresses. Now, these debaters will decide how this argument will go this evening.
Remember, you'll have 3 minutes for each of your rounds. 3 minutes. Presentation round, rebuttal round, closing round. In your rebuttal round, please refute all the points made by your opponents before you add new points if you must. Refute all your opponent's points. If you don't refute all your opponent's points, the new points you add will not count. Is that clear? As happened in the previous debate today, you could tie. If you do tie, you'll go into a tiebreaker round. That's 5 minutes for either school, one off. You'll get to argue in the direct opposite position of your earlier argument. Now that you know that, could you ladies please tell us how you are debating? Let's start perhaps with Emerald Day Secondary School.
We are opposing the motion.
You are opposing
Yes.
the motion. That means
We are supporting the motion.
Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School are supporting the motion.
Yes, sir.
And you will go first.
In other words, Emerald Day Secondary School will say, I beg, I beg, I beg.
Yes.
And Muslim
We'll say,
Association
I no beg, I no beg, I no beg.
will say, even though.
Okay.
Even though.
All right.
Okay.
Students, get ready. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's showtime and showdown time.
On Tuesday, the stage comes alive again with intellect, passion, and power as 4 schools go head-to-head in battles that could reshape perspectives. At 4 p.m., Vetland Senior Grammar School locks horns with Brain Builders International College on the burning question: is a single-term presidency what Nigeria needs for rapid development? Then at 5 p.m., Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School takes on Emerald Day Secondary School in a patriotic face-off. Nigeria remains the giant of Africa. Can pride hold its ground against probing logic? 2 topics, 4 fiery minds, 1 arena. Only the sharpest arguments will stand tall. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels and me as the journey to the national tournament continues on Tuesday. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 schools, now 22. 1 winner, 1 grand title, the champion of champions. Supported by Obi-Weezy. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the second debate of the day after a long and tedious first debate. Oh, we saw the fireworks, we saw the action, and of course, we saw the victory. But now it is time to prepare for this battle that takes us back into the ring again. It pits Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos, against Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifakogbagada, Lagos. The motion supporter, by the way, is Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School. The motion opposer, Emerald Day Secondary School, Femi.
And the motion is?
The motion is Nigeria is the giant of Africa.
Is it? Oh,
Actually, remains, not even is.
Remains.
Nigeria remains. That was why I said I beg versus even though. Okay?
we're streaming live on Facebook
Oh,
and
yes,
YouTube.
we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Like, comment, and share the live streams. If you are interested in sponsoring I Beg to Differ, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm.
All right, welcome to this final debate of the evening. Titles are a powerful thing. They inspire pride. They command respect. They create expectations. For decades and decades, Nigeria has been called the giant of Africa. But tonight we ask, is that title still deserved? Or is it merely remembered? Is greatness measured by population, by economic size, by cultural influence, by military strength, by diplomatic leadership? Or is greatness proven by stability, prosperity, and progress?
We're about to find out.
Indeed. From the confident voices of Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School to the determined thinkers of Emerald Day Secondary School, the question is bold. The stakes are continental, because a giant must not only be large, a giant must lead. So let Africa listen as these bright young minds debate this topic.
We'll start this round with the motion supporter. Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, you've got 3 minutes to open your case. Your time starts now.
From the thought of its population to the reach of its culture to the strength of its markets and to the power of its voices in continental affairs, Nigeria stands tall amongst its peers. Its stories travel, its music transcends borders, and its people influences industry. And its presence commands attention. Good evening, moderators, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, and my ever-attentive audience. My name is Obong-Daniels, representative of Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere. I'm here to strongly support the motion. Nigeria remains the giant of Africa. Nigeria's greatest strength lies in its people, with over 233.4 million people, as viewed by statistics, the largest black population on earth. Population is not just about statistics; it's about market, labor power, and labor force. We are not just about numbers; we're about population, brain, and intelligence. From Wole Soyinka, the first African Nobel laureate, to Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido, taking African music worldwide, to footballers like Asisat Oshoala and Victor Osimhen, also proving that we also dominate in sport. This shows that Nigeria is a powerhouse in every field. We cannot talk about Nigeria's economic ambition and greatness without talking about its economic scale. Nigeria's economic scale is reflected in people like Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa. The Dangote refinery produces about 680 barrels of fuels in a day, and it also helps to reduce fuel imports and also exports to foreign countries worth $19 billion and provides employment opportunity for the people. This shows that Nigeria is not just innovative, but we are influential in Africa. Furthermore, let's talk about educational system. Nigeria has 170 universities, and the University of Ibadan, founded in 1948, is one of the best universities in Africa, not just Nigeria alone, in Africa. It produces thousands and hundreds and thousands of graduates annually. In a country like Nigeria, where higher education is limited, Nigeria has taken a bold step to finding a solution to that by creating a program called NELFund, Nigeria Education Loan Fund. This has helped thousands of millions of students who can afford to complete their higher education. This shows that Nigeria is not only rich in oil, but also empowers its youth in order for them to lead Africa. Furthermore, Nigeria receives $20 million in diaspora remittance, the largest in Africa. Thousands of doctors work abroad, contributing significantly globally to Nigeria, to the world healthcare system, not only Nigerians. This shows that we Nigerians are just, the mark of continental giants. Everywhere we go, you will always, 1 in every 6 Africa is a Nigerian. In conclusion, Nigeria is the heartbeat of Africa, spreading light to everywhere she goes. She's the storm that moves mountain, and the fire that sparks dream. In every step she takes, Africa follows. Indeed, Nigeria remains the giant of Africa. Thank you.
Okay, well, ladies, thank you.
Fauzia Togunbefun of Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos. Well done. And now we go straight to their opponent from Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifako-Gbagada, Lagos. It would be Oluwajomiloju. Yes, Oluwajomiloju Femi Okpadere, who will open for them.
As the Nigerian economist Obi Ezekwesili warned, being called the giant of Africa is meaningless if the giant cannot stand on its own 2 feet. Chairperson, distinguished judges, and my worthy opponents, I'm here to oppose the motion that Nigeria remains the giant of Africa, because even though Nigeria is large, size without performance does not make a giant. First, there's a clear prestige reality gap. Yes, we all know Nigeria has over 230 million people, but according to the National Bureau of Statistics 2022 Multi-Dimensional Poverty Report, about 63% of those people are multi-dimensionally poor. What good is having a large population if more than half percent of that population is suffering in poverty? A true giant converts population into widespread prosperity. However, Nigeria has yet to consistently achieve this. Population is potential, but prosperity is proof. Second, Nigeria's internal fragmentation weakens its continental leadership. According to the National Bureau of Statistics 2022 Labor Force Survey conducted in Abuja, conducted in Nigeria. 20 million young Nigerians are either unemployed or underemployed. It is important to note that Nigeria's median age is 18.1, meaning 58% of Nigerians are under 30, facing joblessness, causing insecurity and regional strain. Dear judges, this brings me to a fundamental truth. A house that's divided cannot dominate a nation. A nation struggling with economic and social strain cannot project continental strength. Third, Nigeria's infrastructure weakness undermines Nigeria's giant status. According to the data from the Alliance for Rural Electrification, 88.1 million Nigerians are suffering from lack of access to accessible electricity, and power shortages are costing the economy roughly 5 to 7% of the GDP annually. Giant power industries, they do not run on generators. Finally, Nigeria has a serious development versus reputation issue. According to the United Nations Development Programme, Nigeria's Human Development Index is 0.54, which is relatively low, reflecting the gaps in aspects such as health, living standards, and education. Dear judges, reputation alone cannot sustain a title unless Nigeria finds a way to translate her size into stability, prosperity, and reliable infrastructure. The title Giant of Africa remains a distant memory rather than present reality. Therefore, these reasons mentioned above, this is why I oppose the motion that Nigeria remains the Giant of Africa. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Oluwajomiloju Femi Okpadere of Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifako-Gbagada, Lagos. Brilliant opening.
If we thought the day was long, I can tell you now for free that it's even about to get longer.
It's lengthening. It's
oh,
lengthening.
Lord have mercy.
We'll take a quick break if we may. When we come back, we'll go into the rebuttal round.
Obiwizi, Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadgets trade-ins. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned. Got a phone, a laptop? Bring it in and walk out with an upgrade, a cashback, or both. Whether you shop in store or online at obiwizi.com, that is obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service. Because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow us on Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page and on TikTok at Obiwizi.
Welcome back.
No doubt. Welcome back. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, everybody.
That's right. Like, comment, and share the live streams with everyone you love, including your haters.
Indeed, the crown has been claimed. The crown has been challenged. Now defend it. Rebuttal round right now. It begins here. And we'll start with the motion opposers. Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifako-Gbagada, Lagos. And that will be Ajibode Oluwasemilore.
You've got 3 minutes.
All protocols duly observed. My name is Ajibode Oluwasemilore, a student of Emerald Day Secondary School, and I'll be speaking strongly opposing the motion that speaks Nigeria remains the giant of Africa. I won't dwell too long on the facts that validate my stance simply because my chief speaker has already done that justice. Rather, I would like to divert my attention to the points my opponents raised that proved to be false. For example, population. She made mention of the population and labor power of the nation as though it is of importance. Let me give you the statistics. According to World Bank data as of 2024 rather, Nigeria held a workforce of about 113.35 million people, making it the largest workforce in the whole of Africa. But the largest workforce doesn't equate to the most efficient. Because at the same time, South Africa recorded about 27.7 million working individuals in their nation. And at the end of the day, the national income of both countries tell a different story. Nigeria produces about 234 billion US dollars every year, and South Africa produces about 410 billion US dollars every year, with less than a quarter of the human resources Nigeria has been blessed with. If this is such a big criteria to choose the giants of Africa, how then is Nigeria better suited? Isn't it better to award to South Africa? Also, she made mention of oil production. Nigeria produces oil at the rate of 1.2 million to 1.6 million barrels per day. This sounds like a giant number when first expressed, until we compare it to the capacity the country actually has. The country has been blessed to be able to produce 2 million barrels per day. The remaining 400k to 600k remains a mystery. They are lost to oil theft, they are lost to mismanagement, they are lost to insufficient funds. She also made mention of education, taking note of the fact that so many graduates hail from Nigeria. But at the end of the day, these graduates end up being empty vessels who engage usually in malpractice, and at the end of the day they aren't able to measure up in the workforce, as I have mentioned before. They just end up being empty vessels of knowledge they cannot perform, and education becomes absolutely useless. She also made mention of diaspora. Nigeria gets money from citizens in diaspora. She said this as though diaspora should fly over our heads. Why are Nigerians in diaspora? They are living outside the confines of the nation's borders. Why? This is simply because it's not conducive. Bad infrastructure, terrible roads. They are unable to live in these kind of conditions. They are unable to succeed in this kind of conditions. Poverty is swallowing this nation. Citizens are engulfed in it, and we're trying to hide it with oil production and population. Furthermore, let me add, she made mention of the influence and power Nigeria holds. But at the end of the day, power holds nothing in Africa when speaking of Nigeria, because we're already dealing with internal instability. Someone who's not stable inward, how can they then be stable outwards? How then can they be peacemakers around them when they themselves are not at peace? We are divided within, and we can't help anyone else. These points and many more are why I still stand with the position that Nigeria has not remained the giant of Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. We're still streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Like, comment, and of course, share the live streams with everyone you love or not.
Indeed.
Just make sure they're following a beg to differ.
She's only 14, but she's a feisty fighting fortress.
I agree.
Oluwashemi Lore Ajibode of Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifakogba, Lagos. Now to their opponents from Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos. Here comes Nuria Okpawi.
My name is Okpawi, and I'm refuting all what my opponents have said. Number one, you mentioned poverty. Number one, you mentioned poverty, unemployment, and I would like to tell you, Nigeria is not the only country suffering from poverty. That is why the government has provided poverty alleviation schemes like NAPEP, National Poverty Eradication Program, NSIP, National Social Investment Program, and moreover, that is why we have the public sectors. These public sectors are not built; they are built for the masses, and to provide basic amenities for them. And that unemployment comes under these public sectors. The public sectors are established for those people also. And also, you mentioned infrastructural weakness. Excuse me, as of February 2026, do you know that there are some infrastructural developments in Abaronje Road, Fadebo, Likosogijo Road, Shagamo, the local government, Sabolai, all those places are undergoing infrastructural developments. Would you call the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway an infrastructural mess? Or the Enugu Onisha Super Highway an infrastructural mess? That's the question I'll leave you to answer yourself. And also, you mentioned our power supply. Although Nigeria is having problems with power supply, we don't expect things to be better overnight. That's why Nigeria has provided 28 mini grids in some rural areas, and that's to show you that there's progress going on. And you mentioned our healthcare system. That's why we have the NHIS, National Health Insurance Schemes, that is helping some people who cannot pay their hospital bills. And also, it has helped over 5 million Nigerians. And also, you mentioned our educational system. Do you know that tertiary students who cannot afford to pay their school fees, NEL Fund covers it for them. And also, the UBEC, Universal Basic Education, that's Universal Basic Education Commission, is providing free and compulsory education for primary and secondary students. In addition, they have constructed 4,900 new classrooms, and renovated 3,070, and also established 91 early care development centers. Moreover, they have trained 147,608 teachers in modern inclusive teaching methods. Also, they have deployed 740 interactive smart boards, 250 desktop computer in girls in alternative high school, and also they have 140 talking computers in for students with special needs, and you called our education poor. And I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you too, girl.
Well done. That was Nuria Okpawi of Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos. We take a break. When we come back, we continue.
With Orabi, but it's strong, my mouth is fresh. It clean well, oh, now Orabi. Strong to
Yes, so get your own Oral-B 130 grams pack now for 1,500 naira. Now Nigerian Dental Association self deal with Oral-B.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! This Ramadan, Sonia Tomato Mix celebrates with Nigerian families in a season of reflection, unity, and love.
Ramadan is more than fasting. It is a time of giving, sharing, and gathering around meals that nourish the body.
From rich stews to tasty jollof rice, Sonia Tomato Mix brings taste and love to every iftar and sahur meals.
May all our supplications be answered.
Sonia Tomato Mix. So much to love. Ramadan Kareem.
Everybody confirm I'm the correct remedy for headache. Medic 55 now.
My name na Odunlade Adekola, and I be better hustler. From morning till night, now back to back. Work, traffic, noise. Sometimes it be like say your head go bust. Once that headache show, I go straight for Medic 55. With Medic 55, I did medic my headache. For headache.
Use Medic 55.
If your body no tranga after 3 days, go see your doctor.
So creamy, so good.
Aisha, why do you have so many tins and sachets of cowbell?
Oh, it's what I plan to share this Ramadan.
My sister, you can start by sharing some with me now.
Oh yeah, take. It's Ramadan after all. In this holy month, share the nourishing goodness of cowbell with friends and family. It contains vitamin B9, Vitarich, and it's so creamy, so good. Ramadan Kareem.
Cowbell of creamy goodness.
This Ramadan, emotions ignite. Can rival sisters overcome pride? Will a defiant daughter find forgiveness? Can a bride's faith save her husband? A businessman rediscovers family. An influencer chooses between friends and fame. A single mom discovers even strength needs support.
6 stories, 30 days. Faith, family, friendship, food, forgiveness. Tales of Ramadan Season 2. Catch every dramatic moment on TV and digital. This Ramadan, Maggie turns up the heat.
Me and Maggie, so good together.
Guy, I beg if you run me urgent 2K.
As how now? When Premier could give 10,000 people 10K back to back, they ask for 2K.
Eh?
For real? I go lie for you. It all begins with Cool. Just buy the 110 grams Premier Cool Ultimate or Black Soap. Unwrap them, enter the code for PAMPay. Boom! Instant 10K.
Say less. I did go buy my own.
Don't miss out. 10,000 people to win 10,000 naira each. Just buy, unwrap, enter your code, and win instantly.
Freshness that pays you back. It all begins with Cool.
Hey there, mums and dads. Did you know that some children are picky eaters and also do not get enough fruits and vegetables from their diet? Well Kid Baby and Infant Syrup is a food supplement from Vitabiotics that contains 14 vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C and zinc, as well as flaxseed oil, which supports brain development and all-round health. Well Kid Baby and Infant Tasty Syrup is for children 3 months to 5 years of age. Give your young ones a good start with Well Kid Baby and Infant from Vitabiotics UK. Available in pharmacies near you.
The bride has spoken. The critic has answered. And now it's time for these 2 schools to deliver their final verdicts, the closing statements to determine who might take this debate between Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos, and Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifako Bagada, Lagos. Let your closing comments echo. It's up to you two now, Yvonne.
That's right, Femi. We're still streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Like, comment, and of course, share the live streams with everyone you know. Okay, it is time for the Muslim Association of Nigeria to close this case. Okay, I have to say the full name because there's the Muslim Association of Nigeria, then there's the school.
Yes.
So,
Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School,
That's
Surulere, Lagos.
You've got 3 minutes to conclude. Your time starts now.
Hold on, let's reset. I wasn't sure who was going to go. So it's not Fauzia, it's Nuria.
You finally decided?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful, okay.
My name still remains as Okhaifo. Ngozi said, she said, and I quote, "Do not judge Nigeria by its problem, but by its ability to lead." I strongly believe in her quote. So you mentioned mismanagement. Please let us separate leadership from let us separate leaders' weakness from Nigeria's strength. Now you mentioned instability in Nigeria. Do you know that other countries are suffering from instability? America suffers from mass gun shooting. France suffers from protest and unrest. So those countries that are suffering from internal instability, nobody removes their country influence or their influences in the world. So why is Nigeria suffering from instability in its own country, and yet you are saying that it does not remain the giant of Africa? Those instability are actually suffering. They are actually amendments, or there's solutions to it. You mentioned diasporas. That why are diasporas there because of unemployment and so. I would say, why are Indians in this country? Why are Indians in Victoria Island in particular? Why are foreigners here? If not because of they are also helping their GDP or their country from here to there. It's just a normal thing for more like a global strategy, more like cooperation. It's just it can even be like tourism. It's nothing bad if I go to America and help my GDP, my country's GDP from there. There's nothing wrong with it. And also, you mentioned malpractice, and I'll say, if truly the Nigerians did malpractice, when we go abroad, we cannot pass any test there because we did malpractice. That means we cheated in this country, and that means they are failures. And no matter where, no country Nigeria goes to, we always dominate. We are always the best. We are always the leader in that country. When I mention any African country, what comes to your mind is Nigeria. You can't deny that fact. And again, the fact that we cannot just close our eyes and open our eyes and we think and we see perfection, that's not possible. Rome was not built in a day. Nigeria is just 65 years old. We are moving bit by bit. And also,
speaking to the mic.
Oh, sorry. And also, Nigeria's problems are not as much as some people's problems. For example, Venezuela's inflation rate is just 682%. And why Nigeria's inflation rate is not even up to that? We just have 17. Our inflation rate decreased to 15.10% in January 2026. And also, our food inflation rate decreased by 8.89% overnight, actually. And the dollar rate is dollar is already reduced in Nigeria because right now naira is 1,314. Would you call that a bad progress? Is that not a good progress? Thank you.
Well done, Maria Okhaifo of Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos. And well done to you too, Fauzia Okhaifo, for the work you've done in this debate. Alongside Yusuf Aisha, your backup debater. Well done. We now go to your opponents, Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifakok Bagada, Lagos, for their closing argument, assuming Ajibode Oluwashemilore will take Emerald Day Secondary School home.
Still standing on existing protocol, my name is Ajibode Oluwashemilore, a student of Emerald Day Secondary School, and I'm here still supporting my stance concerning the motion, Nigeria remains the giant of Africa. This stance is, Nigeria has not remained the giant of Africa. These are not the days in which the Naira to dollar rate was 1-to-1. We are now suffering at a dollar rate of, like my opponent said, $1 to 1,300 or so. That's high cost of living. We're living in poverty. we're living in corruption, we're living on fields of wasted oil. We lose money every day, and we have people in diaspora succeeding in the name of other nations simply because we can't provide for them. We cannot provide conducive environments for them to succeed. She said that we should separate our leaders from the nation, as though the nation doesn't produce the leaders and the leaders do not produce the nation. We are all one, and if we separate our leaders from ourselves, we have become helpless sheep without shepherds. We shouldn't make that mistake. Let's ask ourselves, when foreigners come into our nation, what do they have to say? Power outage, poverty, general discomfort, simply for things we should be able to provide for ourselves. We can't provide for ourselves. But once again, Nigeria has remained a field of wasted potential. A giant is not weighed by potential, it's weighed by products and results. Simply because we sit on potential doesn't mean we can harness it. Simply because we sit on potential doesn't mean it should qualify us. What we can do with the potential is what matters. She made mention of a 15.10% inflation rate, as though that is something to be proud of. It isn't. We suffer once again for food. We suffer for simple life. The right to life is being withdrawn from the hands of literal citizens. There are people helpless on the streets, and there is nothing the nation is able to do. Because at the end of the day, while democracy can't help everybody, it seems like it's not helping anybody. And at the end of the day, we sit here quoting numbers that don't matter, comparing our sufferings to the ones of other nations, as though that makes us less shortcoming, as though that makes us less of a disappointment to ourselves. Let's not take this as a discouragement. Let's take this as a call to action. Nigeria has been the giant of Africa, but it isn't right now. The giant of Africa isn't a title given based on past glory. It's given based on present realities. It's given based on current conditions. And if we work together to reclaim our title as the giant of Africa, we will be very proud of ourselves. Because at the end of the day, we had the position and we've lost it. And the first step to changing is to be able to accept. Let's accept the truth. And for anyone who has any contrary opinion, respectfully, I beg to differ. Thank you.
Right on time. Thank you.
Ajibode Oluwasemilore of Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifako, Bagada, Lagos, alongside her teammate Oluwajomiloju Femi Okwadere, also ably supported by Otemuyiwa Toluanimi, their backup and upcoming debater. Brilliant debate. Both of you, both institutions. And as Yvonne said, as Principal Yvonne said, we are indeed proud of you. Tonight, we wrestled with identity. One side, Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, argued, or more like declared, that Nigeria's population, economy, culture, and influence still justify the title of continental giant. The other, Emerald Day Secondary School, insisted that size without stability is illusion. That leadership requires results, not reputation. But perhaps the question is not whether Nigeria was a giant or whether it is a giant even now. Perhaps the real question is, what kind of giant does Africa need now? A giant of numbers or a giant of governance? A giant of oil or a giant of innovation? A giant of history or a giant of hope? Greatness is not inherited. It is earned daily. And if Nigeria is to remain the giant of Africa, it must rise not only in stature, but in standards. Tonight, these brilliant young voices reminded us that a title is not a trophy. It is a responsibility. And the continent is watching. And our children are watching. Thank you very much once again for your spirited debate. We appreciate all of you. Fauzia, Nuria, Lua Jomiluju, and Ulua Shemilore. Well done. You've done excellently, brilliantly well. Before we go into the final scorecard, we'll hear from Principal Yvonne and her thoughts on your diction performance.
Thank you. I'll start with Emerald Day Secondary School. Use the subjunctive mood when describing something that is hypothetical. So when you use as though, use the past verb, the past tense of the verb. And what I mean is, for example, as though it is of importance. You meant to say as though it were of importance. That's the subjunctive mood. Okay? Or as though that is something to be proud of, as though that were something to be proud of, because it's really not something to be proud of. So it's not real. It's not a real situation, right? So when you use as though, you use it with the subjunctive mood. You use it in the subjunctive sense. And when you use that, the same rule applies to as if. As if I were a boy, not as if I was a boy. As if I were, because you're not a boy, So that's the subjunctive mood. The other thing I should add is criteria is already plural. Say criterion when you mean singular. So there's a criterion, for example. Okay? Not there's a criteria. Criteria is plural. Criterion is singular. All right? Also say people in the diaspora refers to a specific community of people, those living overseas. So say in the diaspora, not people in diaspora. Just say people in the diaspora, okay? Bureau, not bureau. Bureau, both of you. The National Bureau of Statistics, okay? And I believe I will stop there before switching. Oh, please say workforce, not workforce. Workforce, not workforce, okay? Workforce. And to Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, I would say Nobel laureate. Nobel, not noble. Nobel laureate, okay? Nobel laureate. Also, say built, not build. Rome was not built in a day. Not Rome was not built in a day, okay? Also, say with countable nouns, use many. With uncountable nouns, use much. Nigeria has many problems, not much problems. You use much with uncountable nouns like food, like water, okay? But you use many with countable nouns like problems, like people, like schools, okay? Don't say I have much socks. I have many socks. I have many books. I have many problems. God forbid, but you get the sense. You get the point, okay? Also say basic, not basic. Basic. And finally, please say education. Oh, before that, we are always the leaders, not always the leader. Okay? Singular. Plural. You have to reflect the plurality of the noun. So we means more than one. So the noun that comes after that should also reflect that. So we are always the leaders, okay? Not we are always the leader. The same applies to the other cases where you made that mistake. Femi, it's up to you.
And now to the scorecard we go. For this final debate of the evening, all three judges, Chief Judge Chike, Judge Ufoma, and Judge Ama, score the first round, the presentation round, a tie. 10-10, 10-10, 10-10. For the second round, the rebuttal round, Chief Judge Chike scores it a tie. 10-10. Judge Ufoma scores it 10. to 9.5. George Ama scores it 10 to 9. Both of them for Emerald School. And so Emerald School takes round 2, rebuttal round, 30 to 28.5, bringing the total now to 60 for Emerald Day Secondary School and 58.5 to Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School. It's a 1.5 difference. Taking us to the closing round. Diction Judge Yvonne settled this debate's diction performance at a tie, 10-10. And so for the third round of this debate, all three judges score it 10-8, 10-8, 10-8 in the closing round for your winner. By unanimous decision. Congratulations. To Emerald Day Secondary School, Ifako Bagada, Lagos. Well done. 100 points to 92.5. Congratulations to both of you.
Now, I have to say that Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School had a great showing until the closing round. You turned the closing round into a rebuttal.
I agree.
And that was what did you in. That was your undoing. The closing round is not for refuting your opponent's points. The judges really take exception to that. And they took exception to that in this debate. And that was your undoing. During the closing round, if you were not able to refute all your opponent's points in the rebuttal round, let it go. In the closing round, focus on the task at hand. And the task at hand is to drive your point home convincingly. You have to convince the judges, not try to, refute your opponent's points in that. But it's a lesson it's a lesson to take with you, to review and then, of course, come back better in the next season. Well done, both of you. Well done, Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School. That was great. Great showing, by the way. And to you, Femi, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say to Muslim Association of Nigeria Secondary School, you can take pride and heart in the fact that this battle went to the wire. And I agree. It was just that closing round.
Yes.
And I guess perhaps why you stumbled, yes, you were trailing by a point and a half, but it wasn't much of a difference. If you notice, you tied the first round. You were a tie on one of the judges' scorecard. The difference, 1 point and half a point, was in the other two judges. So going into the third round, it was just down to who finished with a better flurry. Remember, again, and this had been communicated to you.
That's right.
Third round is about your ability to convince. It's not about points. Not about points. So I think it was a tactical error to go against points raised by your opponent, but it's a good thing. The lessons are there. You are brilliant debaters, both of you. Okay? Take heart, Nuria. You were awesome throughout this debate, as were you, Fauziyat. In your opening, it was breathtaking. Okay? Somebody just had to win it. It was close, but in the end, Oluwajomiluju and Oluwashemilore did just enough. All right? So congratulations to both of you.
Congratulations once more. Here's your topic for the round of 16.
You will go up against Vetland Senior Grammar School Agege, likely against the duo against the duo of 14-year-old Popola Oyinkosola Mary and 13-year-old Olagbaju Hefzibah Oluwajomiloju of that institution. Both of you are also young.
Femi.
I find it hard to believe that Oluwashemilore is only 14.
Now imagine the Jomilojus going at each other.
Yeah.
I look forward to that. Femi, how do we address them? Jomiloju 1 versus Jomiloju 2?
Well,
how are we going to do that next week?
Well, we will see. We will see. We will see. It will be an interesting debate.
I look forward to
if
that.
You ask. So congratulations to you, and congratulations. And I don't know whether congratulations are in order. If I was applying that to Fauziat and Ria, but the pride of your representation here has been awesome. All right, Lagos. This is the debate. 2 more days of round of 32 debate.
That's right.
Tomorrow and on Thursday night.
But debate day 6 comes to a close now. Voices clashed, ideas collided, and convictions were tested in the fire of reason, from passion to persuasion. Every speaker left a mark, but only 2 could rise.
Yes, only 2. 20 remain in this battle of brilliance.
That's right.
And the journey grows tougher from here. Tomorrow we go again. Thanks to Sheriff Quadri, Olamide Fadoju, Babatunde Abdul Salam, to Kenneth Odueme, to Sam Iwuji, and Onyeka Eledan. When we see tomorrow, there will be new voices stepping into the ring, ready to prove that their words still carry weight.
Well, until then,
see you tomorrow.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.